Hey, Charlene. How you doing? Wednesday? You called it, brother. I'm off a whole week, man. I ain't got nothing to do. I'm off until Monday. I don't have nothing to do, man. Hello, boy. I just be trying to go, y'all don't want, you want me to go live, bro? I mean, I'm just trying to show love, you feel me? Just showing love, man. Welcome back to the Cowboy Forum. Yeah, that was a crazy scream. I had to delete that one. I had to delete that one, man. That was insane. Oh my God. I still can't believe that happened. Oh man. What's up though, man? What's up with everybody? Now that's a legit topic though. Like, can we go a season without this? What's up, Jay? What it do? What it do? Can we ever go a season without it, man? No drama, no. There's always something, man. You feel me? I don't know why Jerry always start. It's like what we do. We stall to pay that last bill just to look at that money we gotta let go. No, we gotta pay it anyway. But we stall that bill out to them to the last day. Cause that's how we don't want to pay it. We know we gotta pay it. We just stalled it out anyway. Let's pay the damn bill. There's always drama over here, man. Always. We still on East Coast, Diddy Trail, as everyone on the easy. Technically, no, cause they don't consider Bama the East Coast. I'm Southeastern, so yeah, I guess. I don't consider Southeastern. But they like to call everything on the East Coast, everything that's that border the Atlantic Ocean, all the way up from Maine, all the way down to Florida. We don't border the uh, uh, we don't border the Atlantic Ocean. That's why we're not on Eastern time like Florida and Georgia. We're on Central time. You know. What's up? What's up, Alan? What's up? Yeah, I seen the Diddy thing, Charlene. You know, he's guilty on 2 charges and 201. I don't know. He's not guilty on the racketeering. He beat the feds on that, but he didn't get bond. I hope the Cowboys have a good season, bro. Man, be honest with you, dog. I'm with you, bro. I don't know what they gonna do. I just know I took my win loss ratio up, and I just hope for the best, man. That's all I can do is hope for the best. What's that? What's that? Come on now, boy. You calling them, boy? I'll beat your mother. No, play with me. Do it again. Yo, what's up? It's a big. Hey, if I'm still alive, bro. Yo, what's up, Mike? Travis Kelsey revealed that Clay Matthews trash talked him about threatening to kill him during the trial. Clay Matthews always tried to be a bully. Nobody cares. Screw Clay Matthews. But I just came to chop it over with y'all real quick. Nothing too crazy. I was hoping Savage jumped on to talk about some of the guys that went undrafted and still haven't been picked up, but I don't know. Let's just do some quick topics and we're gonna get out of here. Just a few. What's up, everybody? What's up? So this whole Micah thing just killing me. Like, man, go ahead and pay the dude, man. You know you're not gonna trade him. You know you're not gonna, regardless of what people may value him at. I think he played a position. I don't think he worth whatever. But fine, pay. It's not my money. It's just my opinion. Pay the man, bro. Pay the man, bro. Get this crap over with, man. Let's get this crap over with. Every time, every time we gotta freaking have some type of distraction early in the season. So trading retired tight end Darren Waller and a conditioner. People don't say. Happy Wednesday, Daniel. Alexander, what's up? My dog Mike in here. Mike, for sure, for sure. They need to go and pay this dude. Pay Michael for training camp, man. Let him go with a smile on his face with a bag secured, man. Let him go with a smile on his face with them millions of dollars secured. Let it happen. Why not? Come on now. Pay him. Go ahead and get this crap out the way. You know? Every year we got to deal with this. Just us. Pay the dude, man. Pay your star player. Cowboy football right around the corner. Yeah. Cowboys gonna pay Michael J. last for CD Lamb. It's due for the miss a count with all these young players, man. Like CD miss count. Man, this is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous, man. I'm just like, dang, we're going into the season without knowing who our well, we're going to camp without knowing who our starting left defensive end is gonna be. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. So many stones unturned. There's so much, man. Who else got to get paid? That's the only one get paid this year. I just seen Trayvon working out. You know how Cowboy fans get excited when they see Cowboys working out, or in that case, lose weight. You know, Wicked Wednesday. That's funny. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the always distractions and just everything that come with this organization every year. He know he can go ahead and pay Micah. You created these problems. You created these problems. Fix them. It's sad that the same Cowboys fans have never seen it. Some of the Cowboys fans have seen it. Yeah, it sucked. They haven't seen it. It sucks. It just always junk. And then to kick the season off, we got the Eagles. You need everybody at camp. You need everybody ready. I actually think Joe Milton will have a good freaking preseason. I think Joe Milton will have a good freaking preseason. For real. I'm calling that now. Dang, Batista being in some movies, boy. I never got to see him on Super Bowl. Well, I don't know. What's up, Phil? Sorry I can't join the line today. I have work tomorrow. Hey, go get that money, brother. You know, it's the same old thing we talk about. Come back Freaky Friday, man. You know, how much money was Romo making in 2016? I forgot. I forgot. I forgot what they were playing Romo. Let me look it up. 2016, let's see. Really, you slow bastard. 2016, Tony Romo made 2016 8.5. 2016 8.5. You too, Chris. Take it easy, brother. He made 8.5 milli in 2016. That's what his TV deal is. Are you for real? Jesus, man. I need to get my life together. Sheesh. Lord have mercy. I need to. Golly, man. How you make 8.5 mil and 10 years later you're making 60? No. You said we. Oh, I thought you said he. That's a good point. I thought you said he, like that's what they paying him to call the game. Oh, you said we. Yeah. 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 Yeah, that's where we're at with the Cowboys and Jerry and Dak. 60 mil. No Super Bowl in between. Nothing extravagant. Nothing. Just gave him the money. Got that money and got hurt. Got that money and got hurt, man. Last year really felt like 2015 with Dan McFadden. You know, when a wide receiver still cracked 1,000 yards, but the season sucked. Dan McFadden still cracked 1,000 in 2015. It just we stumped. I think we go down to crack 1,000. We went through 3 quarterbacks last year. I mean, we went through 3 quarterbacks in 2015. I think we went through 3 last year. Yep. There was a play of 2015 all over again. JBZ, what's up, my boy? I'm just turning one more air. Man, I was cussing at my TV a lot. I was cussing him out too. Like I said the other night, I'm starting to get a little more faith in this offensive line, man. The interior of it anyway. I got to work with them tackles, man. They got their work cut out for them with them tackles. For real. He come out. In fact, we still haven't extended Micah. I'm tired of seeing this organization constantly shoot themselves in the foot with ball-headed mistakes like this. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. They put an offer out there. They didn't like it. They haven't put a note one out there since. Just so stubborn, man. So stubborn. It's ridiculous, man. Jerry Lemon, that stubbornness, man. It's outrageous, man. It makes no sense. It's where we're at, though. Every year got to be a charade. Every year, Jerry got to, you know. And it's not just about, you know, the damn, what the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of the damn word. My mind is blank right now. Negotiations. It's just about Jerry doing stupid crap like going behind Michael's agent back trying to talk to Mike. What owner is doing that? Dude really can't get out his own way. We'll call this the best general manager and best owner, but can't buy a Super Bowl. Just so you the best. Don't combine salesman with owner. You're a great salesman. You're a great businessman. Yeah. Anything else? No, sir. That'll be the biggest mistake they could ever make, Kelly. Biggest mistake. What owner lands the helicopter in the middle of the practice facility? What other teams has tours done around the practice facility every day and every hour? No other team has these. It's pathetic, Mike. We do everything but win Super Bowls. It's pathetic. That's why I never just put all the blame on the quarterback. Jerry and them takes a big piece of this, man. Big piece of this. And they also take a piece of it as far as, having certain talent on the defensive side of the ball. Your guys that is responsible for the draft, they have a big part of this. Because Jerry don't do this. This is Will McClay. Steven don't do it either. Steven just show his face. Will McClay is scouting. He's the head of it. This is him. Yeah, it will, but knowing the Cowboys, they will pay him to make headlines. Now Michael's gonna wait on Watt to get paid the highest contract. That don't mean nothing. You gonna either take it or you're not. It's really not on Michael for real. You know what I'm saying? He's still on the contract. Don't get it twisted. They picked up his 5th-year option, I think. So even if he don't get paid, he still make I forgot how much money it was. He ain't gonna sit at home and not collect that money. He'll goddamn play. He's not gonna sit at home and not collect. What's up, man? Whenever he come off mute, got uncensored in the house. He probably did. Yeah, I got you now.
Yeah, transferred. I started the vehicle up and fucking transferred it to the truck.
Yeah.
Put it back on the headphone.
Okay.
What's up, man?
Oh, man, just a couple times, man. I just talking about, you know, Mike or not being signed for training camp, things like that, man.
Yeah. I don't think it's that big a deal. Has being prologue. You know what I mean? They always get the deal done. They just got to get their headlines. Did I lose you?
He took my 5th high. I don't smoke, brother. Never smoked in my life. Just a lazy night, dog. I ain't high off nothing, brother. He trying to go crazy on somebody tomorrow. Man, what the link is? No, 5th ain't high, bro. I know y'all just used up.
Now, I'm in a bad signal area, man.
I
Trying to
got you,
make it
brother.
out.
It's all
Trying to
good.
get.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. Man, ever since the windstorm of the last 2 days came in, man, it just fucking shit's weird, man.
Yeah, I saw them pictures this morning, man. Like the Avengers had a fight in Vegas. I said, man, let me make sure this dude all right, man.
Yeah, I mean, fucking telephone poles fell on people's cars as they were driving down the street.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, the area where I live, they got all that shit underground, so we didn't have any disruptions in my area.
I
But
got
but old Vegas got hit pretty hard.
What's up, guys?
Cowboy champ in the house, man. The creator of the Dacaroni phrase.
Hey champ, you got to watch your language.
Yeah, I gotta watch my language.
Why? What happened?
Yeah,
What
Uh,
happened?
I got to send you the clip.
Oh, from the one you sent me earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lord.
gotta watch my language.
He's
But hopefully we'll have nobody be coming on showing that crazy crap again.
yo.
I was telling having to limit it to people that he know from the chat or other other channel hosts and stuff. These
He said
these randoms popping up trying to get your channel shut down.
the 50 yards for Parsons, 21 million. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not gonna sit at home and leave $21 million on the table.
You talking about Parsons?
Yeah.
I thought it was 25
I
million.
thought it was 24. Yeah, it's 24 point something.
Yeah, 24 close to 25 million.
Oh, I was just saying what Brando said. Either way, he ain't gonna leave that at home. He
No,
gonna get.
hell no. I call his
Nah.
bluff.
If he do, he's a fool.
He's not doing that. So even if they
I
don't,
call
he's not leaving that money.
I call his bluff.
I'll call it bluff too.
Yep, me too. That old diva.
I
He's
mean,
not leaving.
I don't think he's worth $40 million personally, but that's what they're gonna
Nah,
give him.
Nah. No, you know what? I think he's worth $25 million. That's what he worth.
he not worth.
He's a front runner. He gets all of his stats when the game is out of hand for the opposing team, and he can just put his head down and bull rush the quarterback because they know all they're gonna do is pass.
Yep.
Corner gave the stats when it's tied or we losing. He's non-existent damn near. And I don't consider that a playmaker. A playmaker makes the plays when they need to be made to help the team win.
Mm.
I don't need you to get a sack when we up by 14 with 3 minutes to go in the game. I need you to get a sack when we down by 10 and there's 5 minutes left.
Yep. Or a strip sack. Or stop the
Yeah,
run from a
that's what
first down.
the best ones in the league do.
Yep. Why
I
do people
watched you.
are crying about he in the same league with Watts and Bosa
Yeah,
and,
I
and
watched
Garrett.
TJ Watt. I watched TJ Watt get a strip sack that helped them win the game last year.
That
Like,
deck. Man.
you can't talk to Cowboy fans about that shit though. They act like this is a
Dak
religion or
is
something.
that's he trolling. He got to be trolling.
Nah, Rob Cool, he just playing.
Yeah.
Rob Cool.
You know what? He is the best. He is the best quarterback. The best quarterback in for doing commercials outside of Mahomes.
I just hate that we every year, man. I'm saying like, dang, even if Michael playing, we can't look on the left side and say we got another dog over there. Like, who is it gonna be on the left end?
They talking, man. They still. I'm looking at a couple of contenders hyping the second round pickup. I forgot his name, but
As a
from
Robin.
from Boston College, they hyping him up. But man, what about the center? What about the two defensive tackle position?
Man,
Man,
I don't wash my hands with that. They not doing that there. Oh, they not doing that there.
they ain't
I
gonna do
agree.
nothing.
I
They're
agree.
not gonna do nothing. I mean, this is a finesse defense, and finesse defense don't work if the offense finesse. It don't work. You can't have. You gotta be one. Got to be balanced, but one got to be power. One got to be finesse. If you're gonna do it like that,
You got to get some players in here that hate losing. And when I say hate losing, they got to be like, I'm ready to I'm not gonna stand on the field and chit chat with you after the game. I'm gonna shake your hand, tell you had a good game, and I'm gonna walk the fuck off the field. I'm not gonna be standing there in the post game, sitting there laughing with the opposing team that just beat my ass in the middle on the field.
And
We got
trading jerseys.
you got to get players in here that give a fuck, man.
And Solomon Thomas, he's just a guy, man.
He's just a guy.
He's been in the league since 17. His best year was 23 with the Jets. He had 5 sacks.
Like Osa. Like Osa.
Just a guy.
4.5 sacks.
That was his
Yeah,
best year.
I was talking to Corner last time. I didn't have access to the stats for Osa, but Osa actually he had 2 sacks his rookie year, then 3 sacks. No, then 4 sacks. Then he dropped down to 3, and then he went 4.5 last year. Osa's a career 3.0 sack guy, and they paid that motherfucker $20 million a year.
Jesus Christ, man.
For 3 sacks, averaging 3 sacks, that's insane. I can probably get my ass on the field and get you 3 sacks a year. You luck into at least one. One of them is just going to be luck because the quarterback's going to be running from one of the defensive ends and run right into you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I'm looking at Solomon Thomas, man. When he got drafted in 17 by San Fran, he was first round, 3rd pick. But he didn't have a good career there. He only had 6 sacks in 3 years. 4 years.
He went number 3 overall.
Solomon Thomas, 2017, first round, 3rd pick.
Wow. Oh wow! That you can see that was a bust.
He came from Stanford. First round, 3rd pick in 2017. Bust.
How many career sacks does he have?
6 sacks in 4 years.
Damn.
Wow.
They let him go. He went to the Raiders. He got 3.5 there. Then he went to the Jets. He got a 1/2 a sack. Then he got 5. And last year he had 2.5.
And he Cowboys fans. Oh, wait, sorry. Great.
How many games does it say he played? Did he play
played
the whole season?
100. What last year?
No, those 4 years with the 6 sacks.
The first 17, 18, and 19, he played full season, and those 3 years, he only had 5 sacks.
Wow, that's trash.
And then in 2020, he only played 2 games. But his first 3 years as the 3rd round pick, he only had 5 sacks.
That's trash.
No, 5 sacks. As a first or 3rd, 5 sacks, bro.
He's a defensive tackle or
he's a DT.
Yeah.
But his tackles are low.
Yeah,
his solo tackles are low. 15, 14. He had his first year he had 34. But even the latter of his career, as he get on down, it's 17, 13, 15, and 9. So last year with the Jets, he had 9.
He went a whole season with 17 tackles?
Yes, I'm serious.
This dude is a bust.
He went a whole season in 2022, 17 games with 13 solo tackles.
Why is he even on this team?
I don't know why they brought him in a corner, bring him up every week.
Man, you know why? Because the Cowboys, they always bargain basement shopping.
2023, full season, 15 tackles.
It's fucking Goodwill shopping, man. What the
hell? Thrifty store, man. And then, man, they have
you better off going to get a free agent, undrafted free agent, who might have a higher ceiling. You know what Solomon Thomas is?
Yeah, he just a body.
That's stupid.
Yeah. And then you know what? Someone had to put a video
to teach nobody.
Somebody made a dare put a video on him working out at the on the beach.
They love these
I saw
workout
them run.
videos.
That's the same one they put up at the Hot Boys in 2017,
Mm,
2018.
They love these workout. They love these workout videos, man.
Oh,
I
Trayvon got
know.
one up now, and everybody going crazy.
You can
Cooper
go
beat.
into you can find somebody in damn near every gym that can put on a good workout show.
That's a fact.
Mm,
Yeah,
And
his
you,
best year was his rookie year with 34 solo tackles. After that, everything else was in the teens. The
you know,
next 7 years was in the teens.
you can go into any Gold's gym in America, and there's going to be a power lifter in there that can do some impressive weightlifting. The shit that they be trying to prop up as depend, trying to make these players seem like good football players is dumb. Running around trash cans and shit like that. Trash cans don't tackle.
Trash cans on tackle. Facts.
mm. And they make it to
Yeah, I saw the one him running around there saying means nothing. Has nothing to do with the football field. Has nothing to do when the guy was in front of you. You out there barefoot running around in the sand. Remember Hot Boys did that same video. Hot Boy, D-Law and all them boys, they did the same type videos.
It,
Means nothing.
and did nothing.
And did
Absolutely
nothing.
nothing.
Absolutely jack.
Man.
I remember I forgot who that was got a sack. D-Law gonna tell him, you just earn yourself a Hot Boy chain. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? He
hot
did. I
boy.
forgot who. What was his name? He was number 99. What was his name? Big Antoine Woods.
Oh,
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah,
yeah.
Antoine Woods. They had a handshake and everything. Worst defensive team ever.
They
Hot boy.
spent more time practicing handshakes and shit like that and celebrations.
They did. They definitely did. Hot boy. They really had changed. They were terrible. D-Law sold merch. I hope they don't bring him back and let him retire, Cowboy. I hope they don't.
Not after the shit he said. Fuck him.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
That was just wild.
Okay, got his little feelings hurt.
Yeah.
Throw the ball, you little bitch.
You can tell that he had a bad relationship with the locker room
Yeah,
because
man.
Tyrod Smith got cut and he moved on. He didn't do that. Jordan Lewis moved on. He didn't do that.
Nope.
Like, and the very first time that punk bitch get in front of a fucking camera, he gonna sit up there and bash the fucking team that paid him to be a bum.
The very first time he
The
got,
very first time he got in front of a camera, and all
bruh.
he would say, "Hey, look, I was a Cowboy for so many years. I appreciate my time as a Cowboy. Had a great time there. Dallas always feel like for me, but I'm in Seattle and I want to fight for a championship." That's all the fuck he had to say. The shit that he said, he took shots.
Mm-hmm.
He act like
As
Seattle
the
is
very first
is
camera.
the world beater.
No, they're gonna lose too, especially
Seattle
with
just
him
like the
at defensive
Cowboys.
end.
They're gonna tell Parson, maybe you spend more time on the field during the podcast, we win some games. Not Mr. We was tired.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, D-Law gonna miss time, bro. With a back or a foot injury.
Mm-hmm.
Watch. Watch. He got bad feet, man. Like, whatever. He in
You know,
Seattle now. I don't give a fuck.
once that back start going out, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can. I always tell people we can replace a knee. We can replace a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Not that back.
Yeah,
Not the
ain't nothing
neck.
you can do with
Not
that
the
back.
Can't
neck.
place
Not
the
the back.
back on it.
Uh-uh.
And back pain is miserable. Back pain, ear pain, and tooth pain. Fucking horrible, man.
Toothache will break a man down, boy.
Oh,
Oh my
yes, it
goodness, man.
will.
It will break a grown man down, man. I'm telling you, boy.
Yeah, people. Yeah, like nothing, man. I would have them pull every tooth in my mouth to get rid of that shit.
I promise you, I do not care. Take them. Take them for real. Man, seriously,
Yeah,
man.
I've never had to have a tooth pulled or wisdom teeth removed or anything, so I haven't had to deal with any of that. But
Oh, man, you lucky.
My wife had one, and she had to get drilled. She was fucking miserable.
That shit hurts so bad, man.
It does, especially when it hit that nerve.
And
Yep.
it don't start killing until you get in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Did y'all see that they got a new a medicine that allows you to regrow teeth? So your permanent
No,
set of yeah, they got they found some type of hormone that your body produces to trigger it to produce the second set of teeth. And once your body produces that second set of teeth, your body stops producing that hormone. So the Japanese then figured out what it is, synthesize the damn pill that you take, and it'll grow a whole new set of teeth.
Shut your mouth.
what
Now
the hell?
they grow the same way your adult teeth came in. So if you have braces, you're gonna need a new set of braces because they're gonna grow in however they originally came in. Like,
Wow.
who knows in 20 years what the fuck they gonna come up with?
Oh
They gonna have us like sharks, man. Just fucking nonstop producing teeth.
yeah, I know.
But you
I
know
have bangs and stuff.
what's really gonna happen? You're gonna be on one of those fucking commercials. Did you take such and such to regrow your teeth, and now and now you have throat cancer?
Oh, I gotta have an extra arm.
Yeah.
Call the law office of OG and Corners.
OG have been asking his patients. Tell you what the problem is. Cowboys had Dak Prescott too
A
long.
little bitch.
Glad Trey Lance worked on your teeth. Trey Lance would have had your teeth right.
Uh,
He want that yo, I quit. I had to get off the stream your porn star stream, but
Oh man,
I was waiting and waiting. I was gonna say some shit to OG, and you started talking. And I was like, all right, I'll let it go.
I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad.
Like, that shit didn't make no sense, bro.
Yeah, OG was man. He was man. I don't know.
That, that's your boy.
He just OG just tripped me out with the like he goes so hard for a backup like
yeah, I built it too.
All of them, man.
all of
Yep.
them. It makes no sense. I don't get it. I get it, man. I don't know what's up with OG with that, man. Now he going hard for Milton.
And he hated Milton when they traded for him.
Hated it.
He hated it.
Yep.
Hated it.
Cause he wanted trade. He heartbroken because the trade Lance gone.
He can't.
I love when they go, we got to score points, and I'm like, but Trey Lance didn't score no points.
It don't matter. He can't fathom the thought that Jerry put. He told Lance, "Here you go, show me." Lance stunk
And
it up. He immediately saw
five
that,
five interceptions against car salesmen.
and then next thing you know, Dak gets signed.
Yep.
He gave it to him. He wanted to see what he was gonna do. He stunk it up. Jerry signed Dak. That was it. He had his chance.
Yeah. So
He
man,
said, "Forget
that's
car
still the worst
salesmen,
contract.
UPS drivers." He went out there and threw picks against guys that work for FedEx now. Never wrong with FedEx. I'm just saying. Them guys ain't even in the league no more, the guys he was throwing picks against.
Yeah.
And he was a first round pick, man.
That was the third overall.
Third? I thought he was second. It was third?
Yeah, third by 49ers.
That's
That
crazy.
That's a shame.
That was because they were so desperate for a quarterback.
Yeah. I can't even remember what other quarterbacks came out that year.
I don't know.
Isn't that what you call year? What that boy name? That ain't what's his name? The boy that the Jets drafted?
Mark Sanchez?
No, man. That ain't Josh Allen them year?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Damn, they just let him go last year.
That ain't Josh Rosen them year?
I don't know.
I thought that was Josh Rose fifth. Were you trolling or were you for real recently? I was for real about my win loss ratio. I for real. I took it up. I wasn't trolling about it. I gotta see what year he got drafted.
Was it 2020
Let me see.
or 2021?
Trey Lance was 2021, first round, third pick.
What are the quarterbacks that was in that draft?
Yeah, a quarterback got taken right before him, or number one overall that year, if I'm not mistaken.
Trevor Lawrence, Zach
That's
Wilson,
right.
Trey
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson was the Jets guy.
Yeah,
That's right.
Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, they let him go last year.
Yep, that's what that class.
You got the exact same record with Aaron Rodgers as you did with Zach Wilson. That's why you got to move on from these dinosaurs,
Yep.
bro. They have their moments, they have their times, but eventually you got to move on.
Cowboys
You see that
blah.
taking a chance on a rookie or a young guy gets you the exact same results as these old vets. Something I heard, I can't verify it, but something I heard was, did the Kansas City Chiefs had a 15th ranked offense the last 2 years and go to the Super Bowl both times?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think the last 2 years they had a 15th ranked offense, is what I heard. I've been working, so I haven't had the time. I just been listening to shit in my
You know
ear.
what? You might be. You
God.
know what? You might be right. Because they've been trying to replace. They've been trying to replace Tyreek Hill since they ever since let him go.
Oh,
Well,
that's the year we got Mike.
I know 2 years ago they had their receivers were just dropping passes like crazy,
Shout out
and
to Cowboys
they
blog.
still won the Super Bowl
Shout out to blog in the chat. I wonder why nobody picked up Asante Samuels Jr. yet.
because he's got a back problem, don't he? Didn't he just come off of
Oh,
back surgery?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
Oh,
I wouldn't fucking touch him.
okay. I didn't know that.
Okay, let me ask y'all a question. Would y'all play a Diggs at a safety?
No,
No,
No.
no.
no. Diggs take too many chances. You
Yeah,
don't need those safeties doing that shit.
but at safety, he would. Oh
Oh
no.
my god, you thought Donald Wilson is bad?
Oh my God, no way, man. No, I couldn't
Safeties
do
are
it.
supposed to be more conservative. You
Mm-hmm.
can't
He'll think he about to have interception heaven and be out of place all the time.
all the time. Hey,
It'll be
y'all
so bad.
remember y'all? I don't know if y'all actually pay attention, but when Donovan Wilson get beat, he always flashed right in front of the fucking screen as a player running past him like he's trying to get an interception.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
That shit happen all the time.
Exactly. You only see 9. Well, I just see one more than you, brother. I only see one more than you.
One game is nothing to argue about.
Yeah, that's what I'm right. That's true. He not physical enough to play safety. That's true.
I can see he can play free safety. He can't play strong safety. He's not a box safety.
Right.
Free safety back up. Strong safety step
Mhm.
up.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
free safety.
But no, he takes too many chances. You can't have your safeties trying to jump routes and shit.
Yo, all those quarterbacks. Yo, that quarterback class is doo-doo.
The Trey Lance one,
Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance,
all trash,
Justin Fields,
trash,
Oh,
Mac
damn.
Jones.
trash. Now I don't think
Damn.
any of them outside of Trevor Lawrence still on the same team.
No.
Nope.
Zach Wilson with the Dolphins, Justin Fields with the Jets, Mac Jones. I don't know what he is.
I think he's in on the Vikings or the Seahawks. I forget
San
which one.
Fran.
Oh, San Fran. Okay.
San Fran. All these first round pick quarterbacks. God dang, they terrible.
That's why when people keep saying Jerry Jones hasn't taken a first round quarterback, it's still a crapshoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of these. That's why I don't even think any other quarterbacks that came out the last 2 years are going to do anything long term.
Right.
I don't think any of them are Super Bowl caliber quarterbacks.
2020, you had Champ Sleep?
Nah.
You had Joe Burrows.
That's a good
overall.
one.
You had Chase Young, number 2. I don't
That's
know.
good.
I don't know. Because he must have been hurt a lot of something.
Who, Joe Burrow?
No. Chase Young.
Yeah, he been hurt.
No, Chase Young was okay. He got better the last 2 years, but he
Okay.
was hurt early in his career because he got drafted
Okay.
by the Commanders, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Redskins Commanders. Yeah, he didn't do shit for them.
Third. No, that's why I said I didn't know. Third overall. Third was a
They came out of
cornerback.
Ohio State.
Yeah, you're right. He did that cornerback. Yep.
Yeah.
Then the Giants picked up Andrew Thomas, OT, whoever that is, offensive
I, th-
tackle.
I think he still plays for them.
He's still there. Big
Yeah,
old boy too.
yeah.
Uh,
They trash. It don't matter.
of course.
Who's that?
The Giants.
Oh yeah.
Justin Herbert. I didn't know he was in that 2020 class.
Yeah, he came out 2020.
What y'all think about Herbert, man?
I think he overhyped.
Very
Yeah.
overhyped.
He
Blonde hair,
he
blue
he
eyes.
he is the same thing they did with Trevor Lawrence. He is what they want the NFL poster boy to look like.
Oh
So
yeah.
so they hype him up. They hype Trevor Lawrence up like the next great thing, and he is a fucking bum. They paid him a year before, and I guarantee you the Jags don't do shit
He
because he's
beat
not that good.
all it takes for you to beat Bama, then ain't about to get you.
His biggest win is against Dak Prescott in Dallas when he did that when he came back 14 points in the fourth quarter.
Sure did. Arizona took Clemson, Isaiah Simmons.
Yeah.
Man, what happened to him?
I don't know.
A lot of these players are busts, man.
He ain't
A
even
lot of players.
he was there just 2 years, bro. 8th pick overall. He was just 2 years.
A lot of players are busts, man.
They are. They are.
And
They are.
that's what I'm saying. Like everybody's just counting. Remember, I said if Will McClay can get every single draft pick to hit, I back off of him because it's hard. These first round picks are busts.
They are. Dang, they are.
And
Sheesh.
they put seventh round draft picks in and started and shit.
He said Andrew Thomas is elite when healthy. Hey, look, man. Hey.
That's the best ability. Can't stay healthy. It don't matter.
I can do somersaults when I'm below 200 pounds. So hey.
What they say, I'm hell when I'm well.
Right. Carolina ended up taking C.J. Henderson. He was only there 1 year. 9th pick, only there 1 year.
Wow. See, teams know
they
move
know.
the fuck on.
Yeah,
They move the fuck on.
Move on, man. Jesus. Broncos.
I don't know why they think you got to hold on to these fucking dinosaurs.
Broncos picked Jerry Judy. He was there 3 years. Now he with the Browns. Why
Jared Judy, you said?
Yeah, why they don't stay with teams 10 years no more? These teams really
Free
keep moving
agency.
on from these dudes, man.
And I think it's because college has become such a passing league. You can get wide receiver talent. Wide receiver talent is replaceable now versus what it used to be was they were more pro style. So you get running backs and shit like that. Ohio State is a fucking wide receiver's dream.
I did not know Justin Jefferson went after CD.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember that draft. I was working at the airport.
Now, hindsight being 2020, would you take Justin Jefferson or CD?
Oh man.
Okay, who would y'all pick? If you had to do it back over, who would you pick?
I would flip a coin, bro. In all honesty.
Oh man, god dang, man.
And Justin Jefferson is probably the better pick. If you're not a Cowboy fan, you're probably looking at Justin Jefferson.
I'm thinking Jefferson too.
JJ is good, man.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. He faster than him.
He run the deep ball way better.
And his receiving yards through his whole career He's high.
But
He's higher than Lamb. Lamb at 6,000.
Lamb is a yak guy.
Yeah. I'm taking JJ.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Yeah.
JJ's probably the pick. Yeah, but it ain't something that's non-debatable. Like you can have
Right.
an honest debate about it.
The
Yep.
chat said they taking JJ too. Yeah, I'm taking JJ. That was a good question too.
And what's so funny, both of them fell to the Cowboys.
Yeah. Dang, Jordan Love went way down 26.
Yeah, he was. But I don't think Love is what everybody's hyping him up to be. I think he's
Texas,
gonna be.
Out.
Utah State. Utah State.
Yeah.
Man, they was doing some scouting on it. They
They
were
say if you can play, they'll find you. They found
that
T.O. in Chattanooga State.
that is 100% true. That is
Uh,
so true.
it don't matter where you at. If you can ball, they coming. Somebody gonna call up and say, "Hey, y'all better get down here and look at this kid."
Trayvon Diggs, 51st in the second round. Jalen Hurts, 53rd in the second round. Wow. T. Higgins. T. Higgins went second round, third. What you think about Higgins, Sensor?
T. Higgins.
Yeah.
He's good. He's good. He's a solid number two. I think they
Yeah,
overpaid for him.
he definitely Robin.
They gave him a lot of money.
They gave him a lot of fucking money. They paid him basically like a one.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm.
it's hard to argue with his production.
Yeah. Yeah.
When the problem is that they put so much money behind quarterback and wide receivers, they can't afford to pay anybody else.
Mm.
Especially offensive line.
Well, and they about to lose Hendricks, who's like the league leading in sacks. They about to lose they number one.
You know what? Cause that year that the Bengals made to the Super Bowl, if they had a offensive line, they probably would have won it.
Yeah, I don't know if you stopping Aaron Donald when he put his mind forward that
He did, but
that,
he tore
that
their ass. He tore them up.
you need a player like that. Like, all right, game over. I'm done playing with these dudes and just fucking take over.
And that's what people. That's what a lot of Cowboy fans think that Parson is, and he's
He's
not.
not. Yeah, he's not that dude. He don't have that mentality. He don't have that gear. He like
He don't have that dog mentality.
Aaron Donald was like is old school nasty in the middle, like
Mm-hmm.
not quite right, a little bit insane, and fucking strong as an ox. It's different,
Especially
like
compare what the Cowboys got right now.
$20.
If you go on YouTube, man, and watch the clip of Aaron Donald when he got ejected from the game, and you'll see the type of intensity that you want out of a player.
That the one where they broke that helmet, is it?
Yes.
I mean, just this dude broke it just by slamming it.
Yo, and did he? I don't. Do you remember when they were doing the training camp scrimmage, and he took that helmet and swung it over and cracked the other player in the head?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it just he didn't play like you need that type of mentality. Like
Mm-hmm.
he might get you 15 yards, 2 or 3 times a year, but when you need him to put his head down and get to the quarterback or stop the run, what the fuck
He gonna do
happens?
it.
2019 first overall pick was Kyler Murray.
Oh my goodness.
And he haven't done SHIT since then.
No, again, I'll go back to it. His best games are against the Cowboys.
Yep. Especially at the stadium.
Yo,
I
he was
cannot believe he went number one overall. They paid him, didn't they?
yeah, I was just about to say 2 years ago he was complaining about money.
Yep. And look at him now.
Look at him. Should have went on to baseball.
Yep. And you know his daddy in
He actually played. He played good in baseball.
I know that's why I said it. Yeah.
Yeah.
his daddy has a quarterback camp in North Texas.
I
Number two, second pick was Nick Bosa. That was good.
I just don't understand it, man. These players are getting paid a ridiculous amount of money and accomplish nothing.
Right.
Like I can agree. even though Burrows hasn't won anything, he at least got to the Super Bowl. He
Yeah.
showed you that if the stars align the right way, he can get you there. And
Right.
then once you there, you stand a chance. He was literally one drive away, really. Aaron Donald just fucking took over the game at the end. But
Uh-huh.
there are quarterbacks in this league that the stars can align and you can have everything in front of you perfectly, and they are the reason why you can't get there. And
Sounds familiar.
that is when you move on. And it's okay. They'll find somebody else.
He said
You gotta keep trying.
Parsons gonna get real lazy once he get that 40 mil. That money make you not want to play so hard, man.
But if they were smart, they realized that 40 million a year is a drop in the bucket compared to the marketing and licensing and endorsement deals you can get if you become the face of the NFL.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Tom Brady took pay cuts because he was the face of the NFL for so long. The man got a brand, TB12, known all across the world.
But today's players don't think like that.
Like you can even give props to Tony Romo, and he ain't done shit. But Tony Romo parlayed that average career into a fucking broadcasting career, and
Mm.
he's pretty damn good at it, which means he's gonna probably be in the booth for the next 20 years, calling play.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and
He is.
so he and parlay been in that. I mean, he was probably the reason Jason Witten got a fucking shot at it. He was horrible. He was so bad. They said, "Dude, you need to go back to your day job." kicked his ass back to kicked
Good
his ass back
God.
to kicked his ass back to football. But
Good Lord.
they should have left him on the Raiders. That would have should dude. You know, it's always sad to see, really good Cowboy players with a different jersey on, but I don't have any attachment to any player. If you tell me Dak Prescott starts week 1, I'm like, okay, but can he win? If you tell me Milton is starting week 1, okay, but can he win? That's all I care about is put the player out there that can win.
That's how I feel, man.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
But
That
I think some fans they would rather lose with their favorite players than win without them. Like, I don't give a fuck if Michael Parsons is on this team or not.
Nah,
I'm not gonna lose no sleep, and I can't call in and say, hey man, I know Michael Parsons. I'm a fan of Michael Parsons. Can you give me a couple extra weeks on my bills? They don't give a fuck. So
they do not care.
yeah, I don't care. He's a fucking millionaire already. He's like, give a fuck if he play another snap of football. In real honesty, like if somebody gave me Michael Parsons' number right now, and I say, "Hey, Micah, man, I'm gonna die in the next week, man. If I don't get $500,000, he probably hang up the fucking phone on
No, I
me."
promise. And who the hell are we drafting 19? I don't even see it.
2019.
Was that Vanders or Vanders 18?
no, Van Der Esch was 18 or 17.
Oh, no mind, no mind. We didn't have it. We didn't have it.
Yeah, I was about to say that was Amari Cooper one, wasn't it?
Yeah, we didn't have it. I'm just looking
So
like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I was
We
like,
yeah, we didn't have it. I'm tripping.
I kept thinking we got Amari in 19, but we got him in 18 and gave away the 19 pick.
Yeah. Ooh, 2018 was Baker overall.
Baker's not a bad quarterback.
Uh-uh.
He's just average. He'll get you to the playoffs, especially in a shitty division like the South.
Yeah.
And you'll compete, and he'll have you in the game up until like late third quarter, fourth quarter in the playoffs, and they'll lose. Which is sad because they got some they had Goodwin and fucking what's his name down there? Like 1,000 yards for like 17 seasons. Some shit. 12 straight seasons. What's his name? The
Who
fucking
that?
wide receiver down in Tampa Bay. He's got like 12 seasons with 1,000
Oh,
yards.
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans, yeah. He had Goodwin and Evans.
Ooh, he did. He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Pick number 2 was Saquon Barkley out of Penn State.
yeah, it's sad that he wasted so much time in the Giants'
Oh
backfield,
man.
man.
Oh
Yep.
man.
That offensive line kept him hurt, man.
Number 3 was Sam Darnold.
Yo, you
Huh.
want to know the crazy part? If Saquon stayed with the Giants, he might have been labeled as a bust. And in
Ooh,
one year going to Philly, it probably made him into a Hall of Fame running back.
that is so true.
That
That
is
is
Got
so.
how
2,000
that is
yards
just
too.
how bad that is just how bad one team can ruin a fucking good player's career. Because he stayed hurt behind that offensive line. That's what I think happened to Darren McFadden. He got these 350 fucking pound
Mhm.
defensive tackles tackling a running back that's 225.
Mm-hmm.
You
Man,
gonna get hurt.
how the hell? How the hell did Arizona draft Josh Rosen and let him go the same year? Top 10. 10
Oh,
pick.
you know what? Can you remember who was the quarterback? Not quarterback, the head coach. It was the guy from Texas Tech.
Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, he was the head coach. They brought him in because that's when they drafted Calamari.
No, Calamari came the next year.
I know what I'm saying. They
Oh, okay.
drafted
Oh,
Rosen
yeah.
and then let him go because
Bro. The dude was on 7 different teams after that.
Yeah.
well,
This is why
you can make a
this
career
is
out of it.
this is why I tell people that a lot of cowboy content creators live in a cowboy bubble. This shit is happening all across the league. They move the fuck on.
Uh-huh.
Yep,
Uh-huh.
High level talent. Monty Smith should not be on this team anymore.
Right.
he should be gone.
Two
Hell,
two
Dak should have been
years,
gone.
2 years. You've seen enough. The
Yep.
same thing with Osa. Osa should not be on this team anymore, man. You can get Osa's
Agreed.
talent out of any fucking draft pick that you would have made this year. You can get Osa's talent. He's
I,
nothing special.
I like the Denzel Award at Ohio State.
And I want them to pay the special
Yeah.
players and move on and draft Jags. You can continue to bring Jags in here every single year until you find one that's special. And then you hold on to that and start swapping out other Jags.
Mm.
They are paying average fucking players like they are franchise pieces. They pay Osa like he was the anchor of the defensive line.
Bro, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I know people talking about this the way NFL is, but 90% of the quarterbacks are very much overpaid,
It's probably closer to
and
95.
that's a problem in the
There's
NFL.
only probably 3 quarterbacks that has earned actual payday in this league.
Their money. Yep.
What is it?
Everybody else is stealing money.
Mahomes, Burrow,
Yep.
Jalen. Who else? It's Matthew Stafford. That's about
Mm.
it. The rest
Yeah.
of them are just bigger versions of losers. And the only reason I say Burrows because he played well. He just ran up against a fucking machine behind a
Yeah.
shitty offensive line.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Josh Allen ain't been to no Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson, they scream from the heavens, best quarterback in the league, MVP every fucking year. He get bounced in the exact same spot against the exact same teams every fucking year.
Ain't every year.
Every
Yep.
year, bounce.
Every year.
Same team.
It's the same thing with Josh Allen. He can't beat Kansas City in the playoffs. They don't give a Kansas City don't give a fuck about
Nope.
losing
They
in the
could be.
regular season to Josh Allen.
They don't. They don't.
Yeah,
They
they
don't.
always hype that up. Oh
They
man, Josh
sure don't.
Allen, they got their revenge, man. There's no such thing as revenge. This motherfucker knocked you out the playoffs. You happy that you beat him in a regular season game? They be talking about a Super Bowl rematch. No, it ain't. This winner don't get a trophy. That's not a rematch. I see you in next year's Super Bowl for a rematch. Because we met in the regular season. That's the rematch. Fuck that. Because if I'm dealing with a nicked up injury, I might sit out that game during the regular season. But we in the playoffs, I'm gonna play.
I know that's right.
The shit's different, but the
Mhm.
NFL sells matchups and stuff like that all the time to get
Yeah,
rating.
And a lot of times the matchups don't even pan out.
Well, that's why they got Dallas
Majority of
versus
the
the
time they don't
Eagles.
pan out.
Yeah, that's why they got Dallas
The
versus the
what?
Eagles in the season.
Oh yeah.
damn, Mitchell Trubisky still got a job. Jesus,
Where's he at?
Buffalo.
Back up.
Hey, he ain't starting with Josh Allen.
Hell no.
That's that. That's
No.
that 2017. Myles Garrett went first overall.
And he's worth every dime.
Absolutely.
That is a
Yep.
player that you play. Yo, we
Yep.
got some sick ass fucking lightning right now in Vegas.
Leonard Fournette went fourth. He ain't even in the league right now.
Who? Oh, Fournette.
he,
Leonard
he
Fournette.
he's got a Super Bowl,
He got a Super Bowl.
and he wasn't in the backup. He was a starter on that team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Shady McCoy was the backup. His
Yeah.
ass running around like talking about he 2 time Super Bowl. Bitch, you got the same stats as the Water Boy. Calm the fuck down.
Funny.
You
That
got
is funny.
you got the same fucking stats, and they sit up there and stroke this fucking ego on the facility 2 time champ. You rolled the pine in KC and fucking Tampa Bay. When you was the man, you couldn't get it done.
Was Pat Mahomes good at Texas Tech?
He was all right.
No, he was all right. They just
Nah,
passed a lot.
nah, Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes because Andy Reid is the head coach.
Mm.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
Andy Reid, as a Philadelphia Eagles coach, kept them in the NFC Championship game. And where's KC at? Constantly in the AFC Championship game.
He did the same thing with the Eagles,
No, no,
Yep.
Bing.
but just couldn't get past the Super Bowl.
Carson
But
Wentz ain't
that's
been the
because he was
Eagles.
limited by Donovan McNabb. The motherfucker throwing
Yeah.
up on the field because he was too fucking nervous to play football.
Yeah.
That's what that was. That was nerves. He wasn't sick. The moment was too fucking big. Like there are moments where people literally get sick to their stomach because like I don't know if you are like a public speaker or like you can stand up in front of like an auditorium and speak, but that shit fucks with your stomach the first time you do it, man. You get nerves, and you psych yourself up and stuff like that, and you be fucking vomiting in the back corner.
Tell me why I
Yeah,
thought.
how-
Tell me why I thought Zeke and Jalen Ramsey went third and fourth.
What did they go? What was
Fourth.
Ramsey fifth?
16. No, that was 16.
Yeah,
No,
but
I
what
said
did
I thought
Ramsey
they
go?
went. I
Ramsey
thought
went to the Jaguars.
no, I said I thought they went third and fourth.
They did.
No, they went fourth and fifth.
That's what I thought. He was
Oh,
fifth. Yeah.
Joey Bosa went third. I thought Zeke went three and Ramsey went four, but Joey Bosa third.
Hindsight being 50-50, I would have took fucking Joey Bosa.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Hell,
I
oh
would
my
have took
God.
Jalen
Hell
Ramsey. Even though 2016 and 2017 wouldn't have been the same, at least you would have had the longevity of a fucking vet that knew how to take care of his body and play football.
oh man.
Man, that year I wanted the Cowboys to get Ramsey.
The tragedy of Zeke failing himself
Mm-hmm.
needs to be studied, and it needs to be put in a fucking video and sent to every fucking rookie. This is how you go from a Hall of Fame career to a fucking bum in a matter of one off season. It took one off season for him to completely lose his confidence, his burst, his weight, all of it gone. And
Bro.
you had people talking about Zeke like they were talking about Dak. Man, he need his money. Y'all, he deserved his money, man. He, Zeke, who man? Who the hell Jerry think he is? He better pay Zeke to get this motherfucker off the team.
Mm-hmm. Man, Zeke did everything to him damn self.
He did everything to himself. Yep.
Overate, pulling women titties out on the parade.
And I don't even give a fuck about that. That if
Yeah, but we know the
you down there in
we know the
Morgan,
procession though.
That girl did not complain.
I know that, but I'm talking about the perception though.
Yeah.
Cause they already call him a woman beater.
Man,
Well,
Zeke big
and then
problem
that's
was
the crazy part is that the NFL had a female investigator that was like, "There's nothing here,"
he said there's nothing, and they fired her.
and they
Yep.
fired her and suspended him.
Yep.
That and that
Nothing
would
there.
that had nothing to do with Zeke. I'm telling you,
It
that was
didn't.
That
Roger
girl,
Goodell telling Jerry Jones, "You might be the biggest owner, but I'm still King Dick in this room."
that girl told them she's lying.
Yep.
She said there's nothing there, and they fired her, bruh.
And you
They,
know what? And that same girl ended up messing with Lucky Whitehead?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Lucky Whitehead messed with the Zeke accuser,
Yeah. Oh,
or
what's the
the
other one?
It was
investigator?
a whole nother woman.
Wow.
Oh, the other woman. Okay.
Yeah. And Zeke went and told them, and they got rid of him. Plus, he had already got caught stealing anyway in Oxnard during training camp. And after that, it was over. It was over after that. But Zeke, bigger problem was, bro, dude let himself go.
Yep.
Look how he came back. Look how his body was when he came back.
And that
Man,
motherfucker
look.
still was wearing cutoff shirts.
It was terrible.
With a big old belly.
Dude was completely out of shape. I mean, completely. That drop off was nasty, bro.
I don't think he actually worked out in Cabo. I think
Nah,
he sent those workout videos. Outside of that, he set his ass on the fucking beach, sipping on fucking pina coladas and shit.
bro,
It's
that
just
drop off
there's
was
no way.
atrocious.
It was a fucking cliff.
Yeah.
And it and no matter and year after year it just got worse and worse and worse. Like you can look at his yards per carry and it just got worse and worse. And even last year, when they say give Zeke the ball, what they do? He fucking fumble at the 2 yard line.
Jesus.
Beautiful ass.
Like you ain't ran the ball all fucking game, and you know you coming in here to fucking play smash mouth football at the goal line, and you fucking drop the ball.
Chelsea a year for last. Chelsea had Zeke last year.
We had Zeke last year. Patriots had him the year before that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah. Okay.
dude need to be studied, bro. That was
I've
bad.
never seen anything like it. No, I take that back. Albert Hainsworth.
Oh,
Albert Hainsworth was
Ooh.
another one that just
oh.
he was fucking horrible once he went to the Redskins.
Damn, I forgot Derrick Henry got drafted the second round. We should have got him that damn year.
Yeah, I mean it was hard to argue with Zeke at the time, and he
Yeah, that's
proved it.
true.
He
That's true.
proved it coming out of college. We
Yeah,
looking at a hindsight 2020, but if you would have,
yeah,
it's at the end of 2017, people wasn't saying, "Hey, we should have took Derrick Henry."
that's true.
You know,
That's true.
you get past 2020, 2021, and then all of a sudden now you're looking different.
Hey,
But
hey,
Derrick Henry ain't won nothing either.
hey, 2015 first overall was Jameis Winston.
Mister, eat this W.
Y'all see this? Them dubs. God, that was cringe.
Yo, he be trolling though after the games though. That should be
Great.
hilarious.
It'd be so great. He was smoking that bud too in those black. Yeah, Zeke, he was, man. It was bad. That drop off, man. Somebody to study that. Mariota went number 2. Oh my God.
Yo,
Dante
I'm
Fowler.
not gonna lie though, man. If you would have gave me at 19, 20, 20, 21, if you would have gave me a contract worth 24 million, 25 million, I'd have been wilding.
Yeah, man.
My maturity level now versus what I was back then, unbelievable.
Yeah. Who was
And you
in
just that's like even in my will, we got some significant life insurance policies, but they don't pay out to our kids. They pay out to our family trust, and then our trust has rules on when they can get it. Because if like I pass away today, my son is only 12, and my other son is 9. My daughter's 21. If you gave them all that money from that life insurance, they'd be fucking broke.
Yeah.
So they get it at set. They can get it like to pay tuition, buy a first house, a marriage, the birth of the first of the kids and stuff like that. They can get access to it early. Outside of that, they don't get to see the bulk of it until they're 35.
I forgot old Byron John was the first round.
Really?
First
Yeah,
round,
and
20,
all people they drafted him because he can jump high.
27. He was deep. He was athletic.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah, he
if
was
you
deep.
had to rank Byron Jones 1 to 10, 10 being a great pick and 1 being a bust, where would you put him?
I put him at 5.
7.
Yeah, I'd probably go around 7.
7.
I mean, even when he went to Miami, he was decent until he got hurt.
He got hurt. Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
got a bad injury too.
Dude, he
Uh,
could barely walk, bro.
yeah, he got a bad injury.
He could barely walk.
Yeah, they said what's his name? Drew Brees can't even lift his right arm.
Oh
Damn.
Lord.
Yeah, he said he can't lift his right arm anymore.
Melvin Gordon had a bad career.
Nobody had a worse injury than Willis McGahee though. Oh,
Oh
Ooh.
man, I know.
I'm surprised he was able to play football after
I
that.
forgot that. I forgot about it.
Like you watch that right now, and you still want to throw up.
I forgot all about that.
Man,
How
man,
how
if
how
he's
the hell is Clowney keeping a job, man?
Who?
The Clowney.
Jadavian Clowney?
clowning,
Yes.
He's milking off of the name. Just like you said that one kid had been on 7 teams. It's because how high he went.
Yeah.
When they say, "Hey man, you got a chance to," hey, I know he's been on a couple teams, man, but he was a first round draft pick. People go, "All right, bring him in here. Let's see what he got." Like 6 teams didn't cast you to the side for no reason. Like
Like dude went first overall in 2014. Jadavius Clowney did. Oh, first overall in 2014. Literally.
Houston.
Dude, they kept him. He ain't got there now, but Jesus, man. Man stayed on the team. Blake Bortles went third. Jesus Christ. Sammy Watkins went fourth. Man, some of these dudes still in the league. They've been around a long time. Aaron Donald, one of the greatest, man. Ryan Shazier, I hate to have him to that guy. Cowboys, number 16, pick 16, Zach Martin.
Oh yeah, that was the Johnny Manziel don't pick draft
And they want to hang their hat on that. That's all they hang their hat on.
because Steve was saying no, we ain't drafting him.
I I hope these young guys pan out. I just hate this. I hate when I go on Twitter and Cowboy Nation is having an orgasm because they see guys running around dummies or running in the sand.
in lingerie football.
Man, man,
They
it's sickening. It's
they
sickening to
they
watch
show,
it.
they showed Solomon Thomas running in the sand today, and everybody lost their mind.
The problem is when he get out of the sand, he still look like he running in sand.
They having a fit today, like, oh my God, could you imagine him and Parsons on the field at the same? They were just losing their mind.
Man,
Nobody in front of them. No 330-pound, 6'5" offensive lineman. Just sand and air, and they losing their mind.
Man, and you know what?
I
They even hyping up Parsons and what's the kid from Boston College?
Kazaraku.
Yeah, talking about they gonna be the dynamic duo because they have so much speed.
So they just gave up on Nealon already.
Mm,
Yep.
mm.
See how fast this team move on from players that they
See,
don't give a fuck.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That kid is a rocket. That is who all they talking about though. I haven't
Yeah,
seen his name in
they
forever.
They just gave up
I
on
ain't-
you on last year's second round draft pick. That fucking quick.
I haven't even heard his name, bro. Fans ain't even talking about him.
That's what I'm saying. They
That's
they
like,
latch they latch on to certain players and they ride or die, cuss you out, call you every
Yep.
name in a book, call you
Yep.
every name in a book if you feel a way about a certain player, but they trash the other ones.
Yep.
dude, if they'd have drafted a quarterback early, they'd have stabbed Dak in the back so bad.
Man, I hope there is still a chance, brothers, that they will get Sanders here. I hope and I'm not even a Sanders fan. Y'all know how I feel about Sanders.
Right.
Well, but I'm telling you right now, if they bring Sanders into Dallas, Dak Prescott will have to look around every corner before he comes. Cause they gonna be waiting to take his ass out to get Sanders on the field.
I'm telling you. I'm
And
telling you.
you had people open once what's his name went off the board, the running back. You had people openly campaigning to get Sanders in here as a first round draft pick, just so that they can get him
Jeez.
on the team. And I want it to happen just so that you can expose the fakes, the people that don't really give a damn about this team. They care about certain players.
Yep. Hey, yeah, I'll be right back.
All right, champ. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, they ain't even talking about Needham. They fifth in the pound. What's up, Dan? They ain't even talking about Needham, bro. They talking about
Yeah.
the new dude, Zarok dude.
Have you seen one highlight video of
I
Nealon this all season?
seen nothing.
Yep.
I've seen nobody.
They just moved on. They got
They,
a new shiny toy to play with.
I'm talking about they ain't even talking about him, bro.
Yep.
Bro, they talking about Sam Williams over Needham. They he just got back. They ain't talking about Needham.
And yeah, and that man coming off of ACL.
Bro, that's what they do. That's what they do. They'll do it to Dak. I'm telling you, man. They'll do it to
Yeah.
him.
Yep. And the reason I was asking earlier about how much money Tony Romo made in 2016
Yeah.
was because they benched Tony Romo for Dak. Now, Dak had played well, but I was thinking if Dak goes down early in the season and Milton comes in and playing well, but $8 million wasn't a lot in 2016 for a quarterback, so you can bench that. I don't think Tony
But
Romo was in the top 5, 10 of pay scale then, because even Dak's first contract was like 35, 40 was the range for quarterbacks. So that was 4 years after Romo retired, right there. So I think when 2016 quarterbacks are probably around 23, 24
mm-hmm.
million a year. So when you got a quarterback making a third of that, you just sit his ass on the bench.
That's true. That's true.
And
Yeah,
you got backups making more than that now in the NFL.
yeah, man.
10 years, that's a hell of a fucking price jumping quarterback.
God, that's insane, dude. I'm talking about.
Well, technically it was 9 years because that contract is from last year.
That's true. Technically, it was 9 years. And I'm talking about no true accomplishments, man.
Yeah.
Not a nothing, man. Just legit, man.
But my question to people would be, if Dak Prescott and Tony Romo retire with similar records, which one would you rather have?
Who that?
If Dak Prescott and Tony Romo, who right now are on the track to have very similar records,
Uh huh.
which one would you rather have if you were starting a team? If you
Tony
if you
Romo.
had to exactly. But
Tony
people they
Romo.
but they shit on Romo. Same people that shit on Romo is fucking defending Dak.
Man, please. Romo, man. I'll take
See,
Romo to the playoff any day.
but Tony Romo and Dak Prescott lose games differently. The fact is they lose games. But
Mm-hmm.
Tony Romo would make that. You was hoping that he would not make that late crucial fuck up interception that he was known for. He's like, he's good for one, and boom, it would come in late in the fourth quarter and you go, fuck. Dak Prescott comes out the gate fucking up, and then he tries to play superhero stat guy at the end of the fucking game to try to do comeback when he didn't fucking cost you the game at the beginning of the game. He put you, the hole is too fucking big to get out of. Tony Romo would dig you into that hole at the end of the game versus Dak that put you in a hole at the beginning of the game.
Right.
But when it's all done and said,
That's a good point.
they lose the same fucking way. They lose to the good teams and they beat up on the shitty teams, and you get to the playoffs and I don't know.
That's a
'Cause
good.
I don't know the difference between a football game in January and a football game in September.
I've been saying.
It's the same shit, but for some reason they can get in their fucking heads and play like shit.
I've been saying that. Like I don't see the difference.
Football's played the same rules, you play the same amount of times, you got the same timeouts, you got the same amount of players.
Thank you. I've been saying that. I don't.
There's no excuse for them to lose like this consistently. It's consistent. Multiple coaches, multiple players, multiple quarterbacks. It didn't change with Drew Bledsoe, Vinny Testaverde, Quincy Carter, Brandon Weeden, Matt Castle, Dak Prescott, Trey Lance, Cooper Rush, Andy Dalton. Who else? We had a lot of fucking quarterbacks come through here.
Oh my God. Too many, bro. Too many. Ben DiNucci, Mike White.
Oh, I forgot about Ben DiNucci. What's our third string quarterback? Will Greer.
Yeah, let me see. Ben DiNucci, Mike White. I forgot who else. It's so pathetic. Dang, Lane Johnson still play football?
Yeah, he's still left right tackle.
Good God Almighty, he been around.
Yeah. I think he's only like 13 or some shit like that.
2013.
Yeah, so he's starting year 12, 13.
I thought he left. So that means
Kelsey retired. And Jason Peters replaced him. Retired.
Oh, they're right.
Lane is a good fucking right tackle.
Absolutely.
I tell people all the time, I root against the Eagles, but they got some good players, man.
They got some good players, man.
I will never root against a player, man. I like because that same player you root against will be starting on your team next year. That's just the nature of free agency. But
what's that guy named playing for Kansas City that killed his girlfriend and killed himself at the stadium?
What?
Remember?
I remember a Kansas City player that killed his girlfriend. He was a rookie too, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I'm talking about then he killed himself at the stadium.
I didn't remember that I didn't know he killed himself.
He killed himself in front of the coach. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he went after he killed his girlfriend. He went to the stadium and then killed himself.
I did not know that. I knew he killed his girl. I didn't know
he. And when he killed himself,
I'll say it again. Public service announcement. Stop crashing out over these fucking women, man.
Right.
It's not worth it. And girls don't crash out over these fucking guys. It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm telling you right now, man, there's a hotter thing around the corner. It is. When your eyes widen and it's not narrowed in on one person, you'll realize there's a whole lot of potential walking around.
Javon Belcher shot and killed his girlfriend before taking his own life at the team facility.
Wow.
Crashing out over, man. He killed his girlfriend in front of his own mama. Then he went and killed himself in front of her. Man, Jesus Christ.
People always say when people go and they try and they self-delete, they go, oh, he was weak. He took the easy way out. I'm like, dude, that's one of the hardest things you could ever try to do.
Listen.
Is self-delete.
Listen. I had a close friend that was a cop that he was a sheriff. Well, I was friends with him and his brother. His brother had died the year prior with through diabetes. And then the older brother, who was a sheriff the year later, he drove to his mama's house. shot his own self. And I told my other partner, I said, man, listen, I don't know how people got the courage to pull that trigger. I couldn't. My
Yeah.
my, my mind
Your
would let couldn't do it.
your body look, your body physically fights the urge to do it. Like if you try to drown yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your body would make you like it would take everything in you to stay under the water. Because your body would start convulsing and trying to like push itself up to the surface.
That's why I hate to even call his name Benoit. That's why he Googled how many pounds of pressure it take to snap your neck because he know he couldn't sit there and hang for a while. He wanted to snap it instantly.
Yeah.
So he immediately put that many pounds of pressure on his weights, and that's what he did. Because I couldn't hang. I couldn't do that to myself. I ain't gonna lie. I've been got down. I've been left the chair up under me.
Yeah, look, man. I don't care how bad your life is. Tomorrow is never as bad as today.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Period, point blank. Whatever you are dealing with now, tomorrow is not as bad.
Mm.
If you think today is it, when you get to tomorrow, you realize that yesterday wasn't that bad because you made it through it. It's just you got a lot of people out here, man, that care for them, and people don't check in on each other as much as they should.
Mm.
And the ones you really need to check in on, man, is the ones that always seem like they happy. Because last year I had one self checkout, and he was always the one making everybody laugh, having a good time, smiling, and everything like that. And this man was in a house full of people at a house party, having a good time, went in the bathroom and checked out.
Jesus, Lord have
Yeah.
mercy.
And everybody's like, well, what the hell just happened? How did nobody see this coming? And everybody, everybody, when we started calling people, telling people what happened, they like, there's no way in hell he left his son alone. He did it. He fought for years against his baby mama to get his son.
Mm.
Years and years and years. Finally got custody. And a couple years after that, left that boy alone. And I'm like, I don't know what he was dealing with internally that he felt like that was the only option. But
Right.
I couldn't do it, man. I enjoy coming home and my boys run up to me and give me a hug. And like I couldn't imagine them having my wife having to sit down and tell them what happened.
Right. That'd have been tough. Chandler, I forgot all about Chandler Jones, man.
Yeah, he's another one.
People don't know that John Bone Jones brother.
I didn't know that.
It's three of them. It's John Bone, Chandler, and Arthur Jones. Arthur played football too, but yep, John Bones. They all brothers. Three of them. Yep. He's the younger brother. Sure is. John Bones just retired, the heavyweight champion. You don't know why he retired.
He retired. There was a scandal around him. What was it?
Right now?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, the last couple of years, I forget what it was.
No, I'm talking about right now. You know he just won this
Yeah,
belt.
yeah.
I didn't know
But
that.
had the PED scandal before he fought his last fight. But
Again?
yeah, it's nonstop talk in Vegas about him.
Oh yeah, that's Chandler Jones' brother, man. Yeah, they blood brothers. But I didn't know. I didn't know that. I didn't know this time too.
Yeah, John Bo's always. Hey, yo, he the baddest man that ever stepped in the UFC though. I don't give a
Baddest,
fuck. I don't give a fuck what they say.
baddest. I don't care what, bro. What?
And it's fucked up that they gave him that he got that loss on his record because of that fucking referee.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah,
the problem is anytime you say he lost a fight, everybody go, yeah, that was on that referee. Like everybody know that was fucked up.
yeah.
But nah, he's the baddest one that ever stepped in the ring.
I liked it,
And
bro.
this dude took years off.
Yeah, I mean, years
Got up off the couch and became champ.
got bro.
And it's quick. He wins fights quick. His striking ability, man. His legs are so fucking long. His kicking power is good. He's toned in shape. Like if he's taking PEDs, I don't know what it's for, because it ain't like he's super muscular. He's real limber and lean.
Yeah,
But
Brandon.
but that front kick that he got,
Oh my God.
I
His
heard it one time. He kicked the dude in the chin, and you heard his teeth click.
his last fight when he just won, the one Trump then was at, he did a spin kick, kicked this dude like right in the
Oh,
side.
right in the side, yeah,
Oh
cracked his
my
ribs.
God. Ugh.
What people don't know is though that if you get a straight kidney punch, you will fall to the ground instantly. Like
Right.
you can't stand up and fight it. When you get it, ask Bernard Hopkins. There's a I forget who he fought. He fought somebody, and literally the dude linked to the side, hit him right in the kidney punch. Boom. Bernard Hopkins went down, couldn't get back up. And everybody, because the way it looked like Bernard took a fall,
Yeah.
but he took a kidney punch and he couldn't tell his body to stand back up.
Golly. That's
Like you can take enough damage to certain parts of your body to
Mhm.
where you can't physically tell yourself to get back up.
That's insane. What you call a quick winner too, man? Amanda Nunez, man.
Yeah,
She just came out of retirement too.
yeah. That the
What
women, I think the women's fight sometimes be more brutal than the
what
men's.
name? Misha Tate said she ain't never been hit that hard after her fight.
Yeah,
Yes. She said she ain't
yeah.
never been hit that hard. Man, I remember watching this fight, man. I went from my brother. He's a big UFC guy. Man, he stays in Seattle. We on the phone. We betting. Now, mind you, at the time, I didn't know who Holly Holm was. My brother was like, bro, she a boxer. She finna beat Ronda Rousey. I said, man, you crazy. Now, I want to run the fan, but I didn't know. I didn't know this. I knew she was older. Man, Holly gave Ronda that work, man.
Well, that was the knock on Ronda for years going into that fight was that
Fought
she
nobody.
if you kept Ronda on her feet, you can box her because she couldn't box.
Mm,
But Ronda, if she got you on the ground and she was grappling, she can get you in an armbar. You know,
mm,
I had an argument one day with a guy. He talking about you can't beat Ronda Rousey. I'm like, yes, I can. He's like, wait. He's like, Ronda Rousey put you in an armbar. I'm like, Ronda Rousey don't possess the strength to fight an in shape 250-pound man.
right.
Like, and they overestimate the amount of strength that a full size male has. Versus,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like Ronda Rousey's like 145 pounds.
Right.
I could probably pick her up with one arm. I'm like she'd never get me on the ground.
Nah, she wouldn't, bro. She like to do that little. She like to do that little hip flip. How she gonna hip flip you?
And the perfect example is that the Australian women's national soccer team lost to 15-year-old boys. They couldn't score 1 point against the boys. 15-year-old boys. This is their Olympic team. I'm like, this is why men shouldn't be in women's sports.
True.
It's because it's not fair.
That's
And
why. Was it
and, and
UConn or Penn State? Just reverse state. What you call?
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Well, like if you make the decision to change what you identify as and take medication
Yeah.
and have the procedures to affect that, I don't care. But you make that decision knowing that that now disqualifies you from competing in women's sports. That's the only thing that needs to be said to these people is that if you decide that this is the route you want to go, these are the consequences of those actions. And then you move the fuck on.
Let me get your what's your thoughts on everything that's been transpired in the past couple of days with Diddy?
I had a feeling after Cassie
Mm-hmm.
got off, I'm like, they don't have a case really against this dude. Now I felt like that he technically, by the letter of the law, he technically committed sex trafficking. But what they were saying was that the charge that they had him on was forced sex trafficking. And that was all based off of Cassie saying that she was forced from state to state with where he was traveling into these actions. But all of her text messages showed that she was a willing participant.
Yep.
And people trying to act like, oh well, you don't know because these when a woman is beat and all of that stuff. But this woman got out and started dating Kid Cudi and
Yep.
cheated on Kid Cudi with Diddy for a freak off. And then she went her now husband, and we find out that she cheated on him with Diddy.
Mm.
So it makes it very hard for somebody to believe that you were forced to do something that you continue to be a willing participant in, even if that means cheating on your now husband to do it.
Wow, that's true.
And I don't know where they got the RICO, and I think that they have RICO, but they didn't want to call certain people onto the stand to protect some people that are influential and powerful.
Uh-huh.
Because if they would have really sat up there and they only played a few tapes in court, but apparently they took thousands of tapes off of Diddy, but they only played a couple in court. Just like the Epstein files, we're never going to see that whole list.
That's
You're never going to know the whole list of people that was around it. There's a lot of people that in the hip hop community, when you mention Diddy name, they're like, I don't know nothing about that. They just completely quiet, ghost, disappear when it comes to it. You
that's
know. But they didn't have a case. But I'm telling you right now, I feel like this judge is about to make an example out of him because he didn't let him out. Remember, I texted you yesterday. I said if the judge don't let him go, that means that he's probably gonna put him in jail.
Yep.
And the
Yep.
judge told him he couldn't go home today because he's already done 10 months. So if you looking at sentencing him to close to a year, then you could just say, "Hey, time served," because good behavior would get him at a year anyway. So I think this judge is gonna go. The jury said you're innocent, but since they convicted you on this, he could take into the totality of all the evidence and all the testimony and witness statements and victim statements and all of that stuff, and he can slide up and down that scale. He's got up to 20 years he can give him. And that's the problem with these judges, man. They got way too much fucking power.
I agree. I agree.
And judges have qualified immunity. And what people don't know what qualified immunity means is
I
you
do.
cannot sue a judge for a decision that a judge makes in his official capacity as a judge.
You can't personally sue a police officer because they have qualified immunity.
They have limited qualified immunity. If the Supreme Court or District Court has already ruled on a case, they don't get qualified immunity because they're assumed like, look, we told y'all that you can't do this, and you still did it. But what
Right.
they do is they try what the police attorneys do is they sit up there and they nitpick one little thing that's different in the court case. And they
Mm-hmm.
say, well, that officer yanked him out of the car and he still had a seatbelt on. So this is a different case because he didn't have a seatbelt on in this case. They'll use that minute detail and say, well, he should get qualified immunity because this is technically a different case.
Right.
And the judges and stuff are reading and sifting through that shit. But what they need to do is you make an officer have to have insurance, just like doctors and physicians and all of those. They got to go get an insurance policy. High risk, they won't be able to afford their policies, or the insurance companies won't offer them an insurance policy, and they can't be police officers anymore. And through um, capitalism, you'll weed out the bad ones. Because if you constantly have complaints on your jacket and then you go to renew your policy and you got a new complaint, your premium is probably going to go up. And if you got too many of them, they're going to say, look, you high risk. We ain't about to put $1 million policy on you. So you can go out there and beat on somebody and we got to pay it out. And then if you can't get officer insurance, then you can't be a police officer. That's how you fix this.
Yep.
Because those insurance companies do not want to pay. This is easy to solve. It takes one stroke of a pen, and they can fix it. But
People people were saying Cassie should have been charged too because Vlad TV he interviewed a couple of the dudes that Diddy and them used to hire, and dude was like, man, sometimes Cassie would be the one come picking him up, saying she
yes,
pay him with a smile and give him a tip. I'm like,
and
what?
Cassie, a little nasty ass freak, man. She was the one
Yeah.
setting up half of. She was texting Diddy, "Yo, you want a freak off?" And Diddy was like, "Yeah, when?"
Oh man,
You know,
that's crazy.
people that follow the shit casually let the media spin Cassie as a victim. She was a victim of domestic violence,
Oh yeah, of course, for sure, for
but
sure.
she was not sexually exploited at all. Not in my now. I'm not saying that there might have been some sessions where shit went a little too far, or she wasn't comfortable with it, or something like that.
Yeah,
But as far as participating in overall acts, she was just as down as the rest. Like I said, the woman left and went back multiple times.
wow,
And none of this shit even come to light if she don't ask for $30 million.
that's true, man.
And I guarantee you, Diddy regrets not just paying her off in the beginning and getting an NDA. He let it go all the way until they filed the court brief because they filed the court lawsuit, and once they put that in there, it became public domain, and he settled immediately the next day. He
Yeah,
should have settled one day earlier, and then this probably never even happens because once it became public record, that's when the feds perked up and they started looking into all type of other shit, interviewing people. But
that's man.
did he wow, man? And I guarantee you he's gonna have just like the OJ shit. Everybody's like OJ, and then you look at OJ walking through a Vegas casino, he got four white girls on his arm. Young ones too.
Yeah,
This That he gone now, but when OJ used to walk around this city like nothing, with three, four white girls with him.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought Diddy was going home today.
I thought he would go home too. I thought with the heavy cases, the 15 years, the life sentence charges being not guilty, that they would send him home. But like I said, if he was thinking close to what time served or probation or anything like that, I think he would have let him go home. But I think he's thinking he's going to give him more time. But he might be looking at 5 years.
So you don't think even in October he gonna give him time served?
I don't know. This judge unpredictable, man.
He is, yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah, because everybody I was even listening to some of the I watch like AV to the seventh hour on YouTube and stuff like that. And they were all like, I fully expect, the judge to let him go home later today based off of the charges that he's looking at. Because if this was the average person, you get 6 months probation for what he did. It's like picking up a streetwalker.
Right, right.
Yeah. What they convicted him on, ignore all the rest of it. What they convicted him on was basically engaging in prostitution. And that is a slap on the wrist. They put your face in the back of a newspaper and give you 6 months probation until you don't do it again.
Right.
For the average person. But sometimes you get judges that want to make a name for themselves. I think that's what they were doing with the prosecutor. I think they were trying to make a name for themselves.
Dang.
They get to take on these high profile people and they'll try to make a name for themselves real quick. I don't know.
Wow.
But my mind goes to who's the next one on the list now after they done with Diddy. Who's
Right. Right.
who's the next high profile name that they're gonna be dragging to court? Hey, Elon better be careful, man.
Man.
Elon better be careful. He is not a United States citizen. He is here at the pleasure of the president. you to revoke anybody's that is not a citizen. They can be kicked out of this country at any point in time.
And he from Africa?
South Africa, yep.
Yeah.
That's where Corner got his 3%. I keep telling him.
Yeah.
That's the 3% of Africa you're talking about.
Uh-huh. Because what's called from South Africa too, Charlize Theron.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a friend who was looked like a white girl from Nebraska, and she from South Africa.
Wow.
When I first met her, she like, I'm African. I'm like, fine, you ain't even albino. And sure as shit, she's from South Africa, so she's African.
Wow.
Um, what?
Well, we gonna see, man. Like I said, I ain't gonna lie. I thought Puff was going home, and
I did too, man.
I don't know what the judge gonna do in 4 months when he go back. That is crazy that he got to sit there.
But see, this is the thing. Some people have latched onto this case like it affects them personally.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck if the dude goes to jail or not. I wasn't part of the freak offs. I ain't get no joy out of it, so I don't give a fuck if he. Hey, look,
Oh, it was yeah, facts.
the same thing with Shannon Sharp and all of that, dude. When you put yourself in these situations, you put yourself at risk.
Mm-hmm.
And people kept telling you you need to stop. You are not 21.
Right.
Stop running around here reckless. And I was always told by my grandmother, I'm sounding like Shannon Sharp now, but you don't put yourself at risk once you start to gain assets. Once you start to gain assets, you can become a target for people that want to just come in and make a quick buck off you. That's why when anybody asks me, what do I always say? Man, I'm a happily married man.
Mm-hmm.
I've said that several times on YouTube, man, but I might joke around and all that stuff. And I'll be like, man, that'd be temptation and some pressure right there. But I'm not about to give up what I got.
The facts.
I work too damn hard.
Yeah. Nah, you're right. You're right.
And I tell people all the time, man, and I can go get my she ain't here right now, but I can get my wife and she'll tell you. I tell everybody, man, my wife was there when we was eating Tostitos pizza and top ramen for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because I was starting my business and we weren't making no money. So we ate 99-cent Tostitos pizza and 10-cent top ramen and fucking chicken pot pies, banquet chicken pot pies in the red fucking box. That is how we got through over a year until this company grew.
Right.
So I tell people they call my wife the first lady because she get whatever she wants. And I'm like, she was here. I know she's not here for the money because she was here when I had nothing. So they always say, well, she always got the latest iPhone, the latest gadgets, and all that. She can have whatever she want. I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
We go on vacation. Where you want to go? Let's go to Costa Rica. All right, book the trip. I don't give a because I know for a fact if all of this shit disappeared, she's gonna be right there to help me rebuild it.
The ones you keep, boy.
Yep, they all a little crazy. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
I still look at her sometimes like, what the hell were you thinking?
Right.
But I can't argue with it, man. I got 3 kids. They all doing well. They in STEM schools, which you got to maintain a 3.5 or higher GPA. They all got 4.0s. And that's all my wife, man. I work too much. I come in, I check in, and I help them where I can. But my wife do most of the child rearing, man.
Yeah. Man.
The kids are respectful. If you walk in my house right now, they don't no matter what room they in, they realize an adult is coming to the house. They gonna get up, they gonna come, they gonna introduce themselves and say nice to meet
That's how it's supposed to be, man.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to get more people, man. Black, white, whatever, man.
Oh yeah.
To build families together, man, and stop running at the first time something get hard.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Marriage
And,
don't. Social media has created a false expectation of what a
man.
marriage will be.
What has happened is that people think that they have access. See, well, growing up before cell phones and social media, the girls in your neighborhood was the girls that you had. That was your dating pool.
Yes. Yes.
Now, because you online, they think that they got every woman thinks that they're gonna get a millionaire, and
Mm-mm.
every guy thinks that they're gonna get a supermodel. When really, average people date and marry average people. They make average money and they live an average life. But you got so many. They got to stop with this. I don't need a man shit, and they got to stop with the baby mama drama shit and the baby daddy drama shit and all of this shit, man. And people just got to figure it out, man. Life is fucking hard. And what and I tell my wife's friends this all the time because some of them are single. And I go, in the end, man, you need to find somebody that's gonna make sure you take the right medication and help change your diaper at the end of your life.
Mm-hmm.
That is really what you're looking for, a life partner. All this other shit don't fucking matter, man. All the other shit, when you get old and people is gonna start passing away around you, is the one that you with still gonna stand by your side when you gotta wear a diaper or you, God forbid, get into a serious accident and you can't take care of yourself fully anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Are they looking for the exit? Because all that other shit, the looks, money comes and goes, all of that shit fades and comes and goes, man. Do you got somebody with some fucking character? Is the question.
That's it, brother. You preaching with that one. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. And I watched so many friends break up with people over superficial dumbass shit. I asked one of my wife's friend, her husband passed away. She said that was her soulmate. I said, so if you were sitting at the bar, knowing what you know now, that guy you called your soulmate, and he was sitting at the end of the bar, would you get up and go say hi to him first, knowing that that's your soulmate and knowing that you're going to enjoy time with him? She said no. I said, this is fucking crazy.
Jesus.
This is fucking crazy. You know that is your soulmate. Knowing the life you had, knowing the kids you had with him, you would still take the risk of another woman catching his eye instead of getting off your ass and going to say hi. Dating is so fucking crazy and hard, man, for no
Oh,
reason.
it's rough.
They've overcomplicated. I'm glad I'm not out there in that shit.
Boy, it's rough, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
See, I get all the benefits because I'm not gonna cheat on my wife. So we go out. My wife is out. We in the club. My wife will go get girls to come hang out in the booth. We laughing, giggling, talking, and all of that shit. And then we like, all right, we leaving. We have a good fucking time.
Right, right, right.
Like, and my wife leave, I ain't worried about her. Fuck it. If she decide she want to fuck off and do something crazy, you can't watch it, man. You cannot watch it. You got to go to work. Your wife could be sleeping with the neighbor if she really want to. Like it just is what it is.
That's a fact.
Don't crash out over these women, man.
Yeah, yeah.
When you find out it happened, if that's your deal breaker, I mean you move the fuck on. 'Cause out here, you don't never know in Vegas because it's a huge swinger society out here, man. A lot of fucking swingers.
Jesus.
They got a whole damn casino resort, not a casino resort, hotel resort, just swingers. Everybody in there walking around butt ass naked. Staff, everybody.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. I forget what the name of it is, but if you search swingers resort in Las Vegas, it'll come up.
That is insane, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the dating pool is so trash and disgusting, bro. It's the worst. It's the worst it's ever been, man. Social media has played a big part in why relationships aren't lasting.
Yeah, it does because everybody think that they got access, and
Huh?
and then you get all of these fake friends with this positive reinforcement of bad behavior,
Mm-hmm.
and people putting all their fucking business online. And married women are not supposed to. Not saying you can't have single friends. You are not supposed to hang out with your single friends. Single friends do single shit. Just like I saw the other day when what's her name? Janet Jackson was doing that striptease dance on a man, and
Oh
they
yeah.
were like, should his wife leave him? If I was like, fuck yeah, that's not shit that married people do. Just like Usher dancing on fucking women
Yo,
at his
he be
concert.
wilding, man.
That's not some shit you like these fucking married women that was paying Chris Brown to grab their ass and take a photo. Hope he got a room in his house for your ass because you ain't coming back here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like that is single women, single guy shit. If you are a married man and you let Janet Jackson strap you to a table and dance on you sexually like that without your wife's approval, because some of them might be okay with it, then hell no, you shouldn't be doing that.
I agree with
And
that,
and I would volunteer to be strapped down to a table and dance
man.
like that.
Ah,
But if my wife was like, "You lost your mind," I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I have. My bad."
right. You right. You right.
That's single people shit. But like I said, there's a lot of swingers out here. They be just fine. They be like, "Hey, whisper in her ear, sis, you want to come home?"
He said most guys I know they aren't getting models. These
They're
women,
not.
they all think they're getting Tom Brady.
Yeah,
It's true.
and and
True.
every woman think that, bro. You've been to Vegas before. You know what some of these women walk around looking like.
Amazing. It's amazing.
And then you got some women that are wearing shit that they shouldn't put on, but they
Mm-hmm.
homegirls telling them they're killing it and they look great, and it's like, no,
They didn't hype them. That's one thing that they doing on the internet. Yeah, bro.
overhyping it, man. I watched a video the other day. I'll send it to you off stream where a, a girl was out, older girl. She had to be in her late 40s, early 50s, based on depending on how bad her life is. And she was like, "I've been out here, and not one guy has hollered at me." And I'm looking at her, and I'm like, you are the age where you should be married and at home. You out here on the fucking boardwalk in Louisiana partying with young kids.
Jeez.
Some people they need that attention. You know, I was I have these conversations with friends and stuff all the time. Like, I think that specifically with girls, they get a lot of attention when they're young, and eventually that attention stops because your fathers, your uncles, and stuff like that, calling you their beautiful princess and all of that stuff, that stops at a certain age because then it gets creepy. Telling
Mm-hmm.
a 5-year old she's a pretty princess or a 10-year old or something like that. But being in the era, 18, 20-year-old calling her your princess and beautiful and stuff like that, it starts to sound creepy and stuff like that. So naturally, we they stop doing that. But what it is they crave that attention still because that's how they grew up.
Right.
And so the next thing you know, they're posting photos of their outfits that they're wearing to go out to the club. And guys are liking it and commenting on it. But eventually, that dopamine hit that they get from it isn't enough. So what do they do now? They show themselves on the beach in a bikini. That dopamine hit isn't enough. And the next thing you know, they on OnlyFans, but they covering themselves up with their arms and their hands and stuff like that. And then it's not enough. Then they're exposing themselves, and then it's not enough. Then they full on playing with themselves and all that. Then it's not enough. And then they in full on sexual acts, and it's not enough. And then you can't get anything past when you start having intercourse on camera, and then they crash the fuck out and they turn into full on drug addicts and stuff like that because they can't get the dopamine hit just from attention. So they end up getting that dopamine hit from drugs. It happens with porn stars all the time. They get older and they regret doing the shit that they do
Sure do. Sure do.
because it's an addiction, just like anything else. These people post a video on Facebook or whatever they on, and then they sit up there and they constantly refresh until somebody hit like, and then they take a deep breath. Okay, somebody saw it and they agree with me.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's
And
how.
stop putting your fucking personal business out there. When you and your boyfriend are arguing or upset with each other or husband or stuff like that, that should never leave your house. If it's leaving your house, you should be going to your elders in your family seeking advice on how to get your relationship back on track. If
Yeah.
you're not getting abused, there's not alcohol or substance abuse or some illegal activity, and the first thing out of your friend's mouth is I wouldn't put up with that or you should leave them, you need to get different friends, because there ain't no relationship that is all roses and sunshine every single fucking day. And if at the first sign you cut and run, you'll be single for the rest of your life.
Facts. That's true. That's true. On sense of dropping the real knowledge for y'all for y'all go to pee.
He said holds are vital. So, hey, that is true though. Historically there's been a place for them. There are wives that can't meet the sexual urges of their husbands that would use them. They would hire them.
How you feel about one last topic before we get out here? How you feel about uh, ICE picking up people even if they're illegal, but they've been here 20+ years, working, home, families, and all that? What's your take?
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't. You ran on that you were here to get the criminals out, and the way you're quote unquote finding criminals is you're going to jobs, schools, churches to raid these places and pick up illegal immigrants. That that don't make sense, because you told everybody. I thought we understood that these people didn't have jobs, they weren't working, they were leeching off the government system, but yet you're going in there raiding the farms where
Mm-hmm.
they're working. You're going into the chicken factory where they're working. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to you're ripping children out of schools. And these people got families, man. That's the reason why they're at work. So they can't run because they got a daughter in school that they need to pick up at 4 o'clock.
Mm-mm-mm.
And it's the way they're doing it is inhumane. You got people that are following the rules and showing up to a court hearing and getting arrested at court. They're doing everything they're supposed to do. You have the right to come to the border and say, I fear for my life. If I go back home, I might get killed. That's called seeking asylum. So what they do is they allow you to come into the United States and they say, here, this is what you get while you wait. This allows you to rent an apartment, work while we wait, but you have to show up to these court dates. And while you show up to those court dates and you plead your case and the judge makes a decision on that, they are interrupting that process and just locking these people up. And they're not even sending them back to their home country. They're sending them back to just random fucking countries.
Golly, man.
Because in their eyes, every Hispanic is the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I remember when you said Mexican, and I was like, that's a nationality. Because out here, I see it every fucking day. If you look Hispanic at all, they just call you Mexican. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, and I got a friend from El Salvador. She looks Hispanic. She's Hispanic, but I got another one from Peru. She looks Hispanic, but people call her Mexican all the time.
Right. Yeah, it's tough. I hate that they're doing it like that, man.
Yeah, I agree. Commenting on the comment, I agree, Frank. It's a lot of money spent on the process, but that's the process that the government has set up for these people to come to the border to say, "I need help." And if they don't want to spend the money or they don't want to honor the process, all they have to do is get together. And just like they're pushing through this big ass spending bill, they can push through an immigration bill that says you can't seek asylum at the border anymore. You need to go to a U.S. embassy in your own home country to do it. And then and we'll hear you out in your home country and then fly you out if we agree. But
Mm.
the current immigration asylum process is that you can show up at any port of entry into the United States and ask for help and asylum. It's expensive, it's long, it takes forever because there's so many damn people and there's not enough judges to process and run through the trial. So you end up with people here for 3-4 years um, doing it. Now, I agree. They shouldn't be able to. They shouldn't be entitled to all of the governmental benefits that are awarded to citizens. But at the same time, I think it's kind of crazy to snatch somebody up who it's honoring and following the law and going to their court dates. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not going out in the field fucking picking no blackberries and strawberries and blueberries and shit.
No.
Yeah, hang that shit up. I saw an ad that they were offering in Louisiana, $11 an hour. Shit, not me.
Man, no way, man. No way.
No, it's not happening, man.
No, I cannot. Like I said, my thing about it is, in close, and they not going through the due process part. They just grabbing people and shipping them out. There's
Yeah,
a way to do it to go through the courts due process. It's a way to do it.
yeah.
And,
You can't break the law because they broke the law.
right,
I'm not allowed. If somebody breaks into my house and does something, I can't then become a vigilante and get them back for breaking the law. So that's what's supposed to separate us from some of these brutal countries that we don't just go haywire on people because they broke the law. We still have a set of rules to punish people because the if you want to go back to the biblical days, it was an eye for an eye. If you do something to somebody, then we do that to you. You steal, we chop off your hand, so you don't steal no more. So at some point in time, there's a line drawn that if you cross it, then you just become lawless.
right, right, right.
And people always say they want to make the penalties tougher. But the problem with that is that if you make the penalties too tough, then people try to get away and they hurt other people when they get away.
Mm, mm, that's true.
There's, there's a thin line to walk.
That's true.
So, but
That's true. Yeah, they need to get on doing that the right way. I hate how they doing it, man. Separating these families that have been here 20 plus years. Like you said, you ain't picking up gangsters off the street. You're going to people's jobs, and you're going to construction sites where people are really out there working in the heat, providing for their families, and it just sucks, man. I think I'll send somebody lost service.
nah, I was talking to my wife right quick.
Well, we finna get out here anyway, brother.
No, it's all good. She's about to make a rest.
But yeah, like it's terrible. A real threat because of his legs. Man, they don't make Joe Milton no threat because of his legs, man. Just makes him a dual quarterback. He can run and pass. The word Hispanic is the problem. No such thing. You're Mexican or you're Salvadorian. I don't know, Miss Matrix. I think you're Hispanic too. I don't know.
No, she's confusing ethnicity and nationalities. Just like um you can be a Caucasian. You can be Caucasian, a European, but you can be European. Like French people are Caucasian for the most part, but it's not the same thing.
No such thing. I don't know. No, she ain't saying the same thing. She just saying you either or. He said
No,
it's
you can be both. There are white people in Mexico that are born in Mexico, which makes them a Mexican. Just like there are black people that are American, there are white people that are American. If you're born in America, you're an American.
I don't
That
know technical.
nationality and ethnicity is different.
It's too technical for me. But
Yeah,
but
Hispanic is a race. You just like black is a race, Caucasian is a race. But that don't tell you where you were born. Like Iranians are Persian for the most part, or Arabic, but they're Iranian as far as nationality goes.
but but if I was born in Mexico by two black parents, that don't make me Mexican.
Yes, it does. Your nationality would be Mexican. You would be a black Mexican.
But both my parents are black.
Yes, you would be a black Mexican. Your nationality would be Mexican. Your ethnicity would be black. People confuse the two. Like if you born and live in Mexico your entire life, that don't make you an African American. You're not American.
She says it's not confusing on her part. She said I'm saying all terms are what's confusing people.
I see what she's saying.
Dropping all those to clarify things. There's no white or black either, but nobody really.
No, it's the human race. I get what she's saying now.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I get what she's saying.
No, you're right. You're
No, they
right.
use those terms to divide people and separate people. Yeah, when you look at it all, if you took an X-ray scan, you can't tell white, black, or whatever. You
That's
can
good.
you can tell male and female based off of bone structure, but that's it.
And they ask your race on job application because they get a minority tax break if you're.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Same thing with veterans.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's
I mean,
why
I took advantage of every
nowadays ask, are you a protected veteran?
what?
Oh, your job application nowadays asks, are you a protected veteran?
What's a what's a protected veteran?
I don't know. It just they're just on there. Just say, are you a protected veteran or not? I
Are they
don't
say is that like a disabled veteran?
know because it also says that too.
Oh, yeah, I never heard of the actual term protected veteran. I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
I'll have to research that.
it's probably been 20 years since you filled out a job application.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Right.
And I think my last job application was let's see, 2010.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been doing my own business since then.
Right.
I'm trying to start this other business, man, but every roadblock in the world, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm trying to use. I don't want to put out too much, but I'm trying to use a nationally known brand logo as part of my business logo, and they are giving me such runarounds. They want a percentage of my revenue to use it. And I'm like, I can't do that. And then they have licensing rights to just the colors if it's associated with the logo. It's a fucking headache, man. They're not playing ball. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
But it's cutting it. If I can get the licensing rights and everything done, man, I think I can. I think it could be like probably like a $3 million a year business.
That's insane.
I
Right.
hire you and your whole family to come out with me.
Right. Regulations are nice. Yeah, for sure.
I had somebody call about franchising my current business. They want to run it out of. They want to run a division out of LA.
Mm.
There's money to be made in franchising.
Right. Regulations. It's like a regulation. Yeah, Eshan, I don't know. Might be. I don't know if I'm beyond. Drop the
On the
link.
fourth, you gonna be on the fourth?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's Freaky Friday.
Oh man.
I don't think it's worth it, brother.
Huh?
I th- You should do a Saturday, man. Catch up with everybody, see how they fourth went. Yeah.
Friday.
Spend time
I
with your
mean,
family, man.
I might be out. I might be out and about.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at a couple house parties probably. I'm usually the one. I'll send you a link to one of my videos, man. I usually put on a crazy show. I
Oh,
got a buddy. I got a buddy with an ATF license, so he can get like display fireworks. And then they have we got a reservation called Mawapa Valley, and it's the Valley of Fire. They got a whole launch pad up there that you can set them off. We go nuts.
no, you saying it'll probably be Saturday. It'll probably be Saturday. You saying we'll pick back up Saturday and Sunday, of course, for that show we do on Sunday. So yeah, but we'll definitely pick back up. July here, preseason start.
Well, hell, what are we? 2 weeks away from training camp? A week?
Like 2 weeks, bro.
Wow, this all season went by fast.
Bro, like what? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that went by fast.
I'm ready to see what Joe Mill gonna do in the preseason.
You know what? I am. I'm ready. That's probably something I'm excited to see.
Yeah, August 24th, or August 7th, and concluding on the 24th preseason. Hall of Fame game, July
Yeah,
30th.
that's the preseason game, but training camp starts what 2 weeks before
Oh
that.
no, no, I was talking about preseason.
Oh,
Yeah, training camp is like 2 weeks. No, I was talking about preseason. Then I had to look up when it starts. Hall of Fame game, 31st, July 31st.
that's the week of training camp started, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Detroit and the Chargers. Hey, Dak better get some dang on preseason reps, saying
I
this year.
hope so. That'll be a sign that Shotty's changing shit up.
It is going by fast. He's saying it's crazy that it's 2025. We're already in July. I don't know what's going on.
Remember when December meant war, not wait till September.
I know, cool Cowboy. We about to end it though. That's why I didn't send it, and we were just talking about other stuff anyway.
Yeah, it was a bullshit day.
What happened?
I said it's just been a bullshit day, man.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Drake Terrell.
The weather out here really fucked things up, man.
Man, I saw them light pole. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah,
Like,
that's probably I've been out here for almost 20 years now. This is probably the worst wind damage I've seen.
like what? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, we got tornado level winds, so it was like a tornado blowing across the whole damn city.
Man,
Yeah,
crazy, man. Man,
you wouldn't think you can get that in the desert, but the problem is we right off of a mountain range, so
yeah.
that wind comes through and it sweeps through the valley pretty fast and
Dude,
heavy.
so my first time out there, and we're gonna get off after this. My first time out there, I'm leaving. We went to Walmart to put like groceries and stuff in the Airbnb we was renting, and it was like right, like close, right at sundown, or getting close to sundown. I see people running to their cars. I'm like, what's going on? Rolling up their windows and stuff. Man, boy just walking. Man, damn, dust just started coming out of nowhere.
Oh yeah,
I'm talking about like, bruh,
a wall of it.
dude, I didn't know what was going on.
I know exactly what you're talking about. You want to know? You ever been in the mud rain? You ever heard of that?
Mm-mm.
So these dust storms would kick up, and while the dust is still in the air, it would start to rain, and the rain would filter out all the dust out of the water, out of the air, and
Uh,
then you get drops of mud all over your car.
man,
They call it mud rain.
it was crazy, boy. I was like, man, is this the mist? I'm not lying.
People don't know about that movie.
That's old school. I had a blood. You gotta come to LA. Phil. Eshan, I do gotta come to LA, brother. Yes.
Hey, Eshawn, I'm gonna be in LA October 10th, I believe, for 3 days. I'm gonna link up with you
Oh,
because
that'll be cool.
I'm not doing Disney for 3 days again.
Y'all need to link up. That'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna link up with him. I tried to last time, man, but it was just too much going on. But this time I'm gonna drop them off at Disney and I'm just gonna chill.
That'll be cool.
I'll drive him nuts for a couple days. Oh no, he said he's not gonna be in town. That's right. Told him. He said he's not gonna be in town. He's gonna be working on the movie.
He said I had to walk through a few times. It's not fun.
Walk where?
He said he know what it. He said, "Oh yeah, you told me." I filming in October, man. So I'm out of time. We're gonna go end it, brother.
All right, sounds good to me, man.
All right, man. I'll talk to y'all. We'll link back up Saturday for the show, bro. I appreciate you coming on, man.
No problem.
All
We
right.
was surprised to see you live.
Yes, sir. Appreciate